Alright, people of the world, this is GTAraj. And as you might notice, we're kind of on the PS3 tonight. There is a very, very good reason for that. We kind of need it. Because I am going to be playing Gran Turismo 2, Project A-Spec. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's essentially an update to Gran Turismo 2 that fixes some bugs, fixes some texture bugs, updates some models, and adds a whole bunch of quality of life changes to the game. As well as being able to, let's bring this over here. As well as being able to, as well as having a few nice little changes mixed in with some updated models and extra things. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to keep OBS up and we're going to try and fiddle with a few things first and foremost. I don't have a hacked PS1, so I can't run this natively. So the next best thing is going to be running it on my PlayStation 3. Now, I am running the combined version, which is over a gigabyte, but it combines Gran Turismo 2's arcade mode and Gran Turismo mode discs. If you're in the States, it's simulation mode. But there's also new music that's been added as well, so keep that in mind. I've also had to lower the volume on it because the new music that's been added is copyright music. So, content creators, please be aware that if you're going to stream this or do a video on it, make sure to mute the audio somewhat. So, I have been playing around with this a little bit, but I want to give my overall impressions of this mod as you look through it. So some things that have been changed, well, it's better to just show you what's been changed. There's, yeah, we'll get into it in a second. So I need to make sure that this is up here. And then we'll go into simulation mode. So they have been combined, which is such a life-changing... Well, not life-changing. It's a game-changing thing. I'm surprised it never happened sooner with how smart people can be in regards to this kind of content. So, first thing you'll notice here is the tune shop. That is now its own dedicated thing. You no longer have to go to the dealership of the car in order to get it working or to modify your vehicle. So we're gonna change to normal. There we go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to machine test. I'll take my car in real quick. There are a few things to talk about in regards to this, but we'll get on to all of that, because from my opinion already, this just so happens to be the best Gran Turismo 2, or the definitive version of Gran Turismo 2 outside of the official stuff. So let me just grab this real quick and let me fiddle with the thing here. So one thing that I do enjoy a fair amount. Can I just set it? I can set it to 42 if I wanted to. One thing that I enjoy a fair amount is the speedometer being in miles per hour instead of kilometers. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. So we're going to have a little chat about some of the things that have been changed, updated, etc, etc. But you will have to give me a second. I'm going to go grab a drink real quick. Right, I'm back. Got some Iron Brew here. Not a sponsor, I have to add that in case people think I'm sponsored by Iron Brew. Without how much I freaking drink and stuff. But no. There's a fair amount to talk about here, but I still need to finalize sending out me link. So you'll have to give me a little second to do that. I legitimately got so bloody carried away that I might have forgotten to do it. Yeah. So you give me a little second and I'll be with you. There we go, all done. Right. So the obvious elephant in the room is the tune shop. You can grab a vehicle and just go to it. There's also a little special thing included. So let's have a little peek. We go to tune shop. Tune parts, wheel shop, full model. Now what's in full model? Well, custom builds by groups like Apex. The Momo Course Apex MR2. You can straight up just buy that. And it's not just that. You have things like Sportsline, other brands here, Hennessy, Mugen, Mines, Pride, Nismo. What else do we have? TRD, Toms, and a whole bunch of other brands. You could just go here and buy those special models. Now what is the description for it? Purchase pre-built machines crafted by famous top tuners. Equip wheels that enhance your car style. What can we actually do with that? Is it the same as before? Oh, wait a minute, this is actually interesting, because it used to be like a keep list. You would just go through and pick, instead of going by brand, if I remember correctly. Oh wait, no, this is the, never mind. Then here's our tune shop. There. Generic, looks decent. But there's new brands that have been added to the game. So if we go on over to East City, you'll see Isuzu. They weren't there before. Isuzu is kind of like an import brand of Suzuki, if I remember correctly. I could very well be wrong on that. But there are a lot of other vehicles that are included now. Oh, I haven't even been up here. Jesus, there's a lot more here. So we have Opel, which we didn't. For us, no, I recognize that Opel was here. Yeah, they have their own version of the Astra and stuff like that. So lineup. Yeah, they got an Astra, they got a Vectra, Astra, Corsa, Tigre. So essentially, Vauxhall is what we normally use over here in the UK. So Vauxhall, Astra, Vectra, Corsa, Tigre, Vectra, that kind of thing. That is how we got Opel cars. And I don't remember them being in this version of the game. I could be wrong. I'll have to check my other copy. Quaif is one I don't recognize. Quaife was founded by Rod Quaife in 1965 as a manufacturer of automotive drivetrain products. Its products have been used by many car makers worldwide, both on the road and on the track. Now Quaife is testing the capabilities of its first ever car, the R4 GTS. This is from 1998, 360,000 credits. So this one is a new car for the game. This brand was never in the game. But what I appreciate so much is this whole thing looks like it belongs in the game. It has had such an attention to detail. Like for here, for North City, we don't have Aston Martin, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Vauxhall, Rough, Mini MG, Lotus, Jaguar, TVR, Lister, and Volkswagen and Audi. Now keep in mind, all these brands have new cars in there. I want to see what Caterham has. Or Macross. Or Marcos. Ooh. 1973 by Graham Neern, Caterham Cars has made its lifelong mission to preserve and continue the legacy of Colin Chapman and his glorious Lotus 7. Interesting. The 7 Classic, 7 Superlight, and 1.8 Super Sport. Yeah, this looks like it belongs. I mean, aside from the wheels being slightly too big, I think. Yeah, I think the wheels are slightly too big, but that could just be me. What is Marcos have? What is that? What brand is this? Founded in 1959 by Jem Marsh and Frank Costin, Marcos has always been known for its eye-catching lightweight track monsters. The company gained fame through racing in various series, both locally and internationally, and has proven to be a worthy competitor on the circuit. What do they have? LM600 road car. Ooh. Yeah, I've got a bit of an update for this. It includes over 50 new cars from manufacturers like Alfa Romeo, Aston Martin, BMW, Chevrolet, etc, etc. There's also new events added like the Wind Endurance Race, Spider Trophy, and Spider Trophy manufacturer races. Several existing cars received updates to their models, textures, and liveries. Bug fixes were made and new music was added to the game. There's also new stuff being added in general. So like what I showed off already, with the tune shop, that's a new feature. But I've also went through the trouble of doing the licenses. All of them. Again. Including the super license, which went over kind of well. Shockingly. But no, that's all I have to show on that part. I want to go racing. And I want to see what is different here. I mean, obviously you're gonna have all the classics. We have Luxury Sedan, Muscle Car Cup. I'm so used to seeing the Japanese versions. Ooh, wait a minute. So these two used to be on page 3, no, page 4. Gran Turismo All-Stars, Super Touring, GT300, GT500, Supercar Festival. Supercar Festival is new. Because these two used to be on the next page. They used to be above Gran Turismo All-Stars and Super Touring Trophy. There's also been some tweaks that have been made. We have Nationals, EuroLeague, Pacific, World League, F1. That's interesting. Endurance race. SS route all night. Laguna Seca. Like a win. Midfield 300 kilometers. Yeah, no. Some of these I very much remember. Although they're not something I actively do. We have 10k, we're upgrading the Sylvia. I specifically went with the Sylvia K, or the Sylvia K, the King car, because the Sylvia came in a couple of forms. You have the Sylvia Q and the Sylvia K, which obviously means King and Queen. So the King car is the better one. I don't know why I'm going here. I forgot that the tuning thing is on the front page now, instead of in the manufacturer. Normally you'd have to go to the manufacturer to tune your car. Not in this case. You just go to tune parts, pick your thing, and you're Gucci. So I haven't really done anything to this outside of add a transmission to it. And a better flywheel. That's it. I think what it needs is something to keep it balanced. 80,000 for full customization, no thank you. But what I'm going to do instead is invest in tires. Racing slicks. And we're going racing. Oh, never mind. 10.5. We're just short. Jesus. Okay. Looks like we're increasing power then. Or brakes. Do we do brakes? We do brakes. Yeah, we'll do brakes and then we'll see what we can do after it. 4.8. So that leaves us with 5.2? 5.350? Yeah, 5.350. So we'll do that. And then we've got a drivetrain and we want to see what else we can grab. Because I wasn't able to grab a good clutch. Not that we need it, our transmission's fine. We can actually grab that. So what I'm thinking, we do a bit of engine work, the engine. Do a little wiggity play with the ECU. Because that's what that is, it's an ECU. It's the most basic upgrade. Shut the hell up. Can we do a bit of... No, we can't. Can we do a port and polish? No, we can't. Can we do displacement? No, we can't. Because we can't do... Actually, this is very cool. There is no replacement for displacement. That's a rhyme. This upgrade raises cylinder displacement by increasing the engine bore and stroke. Greater displacement generally boosts the engine's torque in all RPM ranges. Yeah, that is generally what that does. I mean, I could. A competition grade air cleaner with a urethane sponge filter is combined with a low back pressure muffler, designed to enhance engine performance at high RPM. Ideal for large displacement turbo engines. When using with a non-supercharged engine, proper tuning beforehand is a must. Your mother is a must. Anyway, turbo intercooler. If we give it an intercooler, we're Gucci. Boost the power of a supercharged engine by lowering the intake air temperature. The larger capacity increases the temperature reducing capabilities but slightly lowers the engine response. This high capacity intercooler is a suitable upgrade for engines with a high maximum supercharging pressure. But it also just boosts our horsepower. So we have 850 credits, we have a bit more power, we have better brakes. We are Gucci. We are very Gucci. It's Grindelwald. But we're Gucci. We're Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. I'm being shown food. 1 second. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I've already eaten, but I'm still hungry. That's the life I lead. I'm always hungry. I know. We're just gonna go in here. It is a custom transmission and all that nonsense. So I've already fiddled with it. That's audio. Let me double check. Oh, audio should be fine. At least I hope so anyway. God. That'd be very, underwhelming. But no, this is the Clubman Cup. Well, there's a Lancia Delta over there. This car's engine sounds really nice. Am I still stuck? That thing shouldn't be stuck, should it? There we go. Not gonna lie, if I could actually run this on PS1, I would. Whoa, it's spinning around. You whore! You are a whore muffin for that. You are a horrible person for doing that. I'm just gonna make sure they got a little push. What is this little boxed piece of shit that's in front of me? Fuck off! I'm sick of this bullshit. Gran Turismo doing Gran Turismo things, it seems. God. If I want to beat them, I'm gonna have to get some money for tires. And maybe a bit extra suspension. Although that being said, I'm not keeping the car for too long. Back off, you spooky bitch! This is the worst time to have an itchy hand. There we go, keep on going. I hope that driver gets herpes. See, look at that, you're not faster than me. There you go. Yeah, no, they weren't getting past. I wasn't letting that happen. If I'm in front legitimately, and you try to get past, and I've already proven that I'm faster than you, I ain't letting you pass. God, it is so warm today. But no, this has been something I've been looking forward to showing off. So I postponed League of Legends ARAM for this. The Belllands are not able to make it anyway, so it's like, huh? Why don't I just do this? I'm not going to the gym on Friday, so I can stream League of Legends then, when I'm less tired. So, yeah. We also have Rome Circuit, which is next. We don't get anything for this except for money. There's always that monetary incentive with this kind of thing. So we'll do this, and then what we'll do, instead of upgrading the car more, we'll do the easiest race that we can do. Pardon. And we'll keep on doing it until we get enough money for the Super RZ. Alright, yeah, look at that go. Oh, that well cleared 1.6 seconds there. That's not how that works! The power should have went to the front and pushed the car forward. We didn't oversteer. We shouldn't have even slid all that much, which is very interesting to see. The car itself, we didn't put too much power into it, so we shouldn't have broke traction. It should have stabilized itself, but the car had other plans, I guess. This is going to be an unfair race because the Renault's not here. Take a guess at who's got the four-wheel drive car. God damn it. Alright, Tim, lead the pack again. This is going to be difficult. That Ferrari. That is absolutely a Ferrari, or a Loris at least. This car needs a little bit more torque. you little slut muffin. Oh. We might need a turbo or an exhaust. Turbo kit. When in doubt, turbo your car. The turbo might just be what we need for this. On the downside of things, it also means that the car is now going to be more unstable. Alright, let's see how this looks. Yeah, we're looking good. Alright, let's go. We've got a fair bit more power now. That's all we need. Alright, punk, move aside. There we go, that's what you do with that. Well, that should have happened for starters. god, this gearbox sucks ass! I'm not giving him the benefit of winning because he doesn't actually win the race. No, we should have absolutely been in first place there. Without a shadow of a doubt. And I know why. Like I originally stated, we needed tires. Something we do have, but they're not good. Tires and suspension. We already have the brakes. But our car has so much goddamn body roll on it. Is that a four-wheel drive? You should be able to take off like that in that case. Fuck off, you retard! Jesus Christ! Ah, I hate that. I hate that so much. That is actually one of the reasons why I stopped playing Forza Horizon 5. Or at least I stopped racing in it. I can forgive this game for not having that kind of technology in it where you can program cars not to smash into each other. But when it comes to Forza Horizon 5, or just the Horizon games in general, where they throw fucking everything at you, like, what? Oh, get out of here, you crust bucket! You don't belong here. Stable, you retard! Is this really a front drive car? Is it actually? That would explain a lot if it was front drive. Rear engine. No, front engine, rear drive. So why the fuck are we spinning out like a retard? Spinning out like some fucking mongoloid that's never driven before. In this game in particular. Like, what the fuck? That is not okay. I mean, if you wanted to say the car was unbalanced... God... I mean, it probably could be... The car's... It could be down to the car being too heavy. And when you roll into a corner, it just gets so unbalanced it slides out. That's the kind of thing I would expect from a front drive car. Not a rear drive, rear drive car. All the power is in the back. That shouldn't be happening! What the fuck? Ah. It shouldn't be spinning out that easily. There's no rhyme or reason. If it was a front drive car, I would understand because there's a lot of braking force there for things to lock up. And for things to just go out of control because it's all the actual power. The engine is in the front and then the transmission, or the drive is in the front as well. So all the power would be in the front of the car. That car looks very good. Fuck! We veered and then we spun out. I hate this. Not the mod itself. The mod itself is great, but I hate the fact that I couldn't get the fucking car I needed. It's not even in the shop. The sole fact that Sylvia is so unbalanced. Yeah, this entire shop is... Oh, now you have it! This is what we needed in the first place! The Skyline GTS 4! Because it's 4-wheel drive and it's not prone to spinning out. What's the car? 5207. But it's still... we're buying it, We'll have to do a race car, but we're buying it. I also see people popping in here. I don't know why the fuck people are popping in and popping back out again. That actually does irritate me. Because the view counter is like 1. And then like 10 seconds later it's like 0. Like, God, fucking damn it. We're doing this race. We'll earn the money and then we can sell the Sylvia. Because the GTS 4 is what I was originally going to start with. This is my main starting car. Because you can just demolish every race with it. Up until you get a Supra and then the Supra dominates. Yeah, you generally don't get that kind of spinning out with a 4-wheel drive car, which means it's ideal. Ideally, this car shouldn't even be spinning out in the first place under that kind of pressure. So what I'll do is I'll keep this car and I'll tinker with it. But genuinely, this car, when it wants to work and not spin out like a spastic on fucking drugs, it works well. I genuinely do think the body roll is a problem and needs a bit of weight reduction, and then it should be fine. Yeah, no, you're not winning this. You are absolutely not winning that. Yeah, we're a fair bit faster. That's also kind of why I didn't necessarily enjoy doing a media's recent video with the Camaro. And one thing I hated about it is it just felt like a giant ad. Like, yeah, you can win the car, but like, you did all that work and then you only shaved off a second and a bit from your 0 to 60. Like, what? And there's a test, there's a braking test they did, which was terrible in every sense. And what I mean by that is, when they first did the initial braking test to get the baseline, they separated the cones by 50 feet instead of 25. So in the second attempt with the modified Camaro, it was 25 feet. There we go, there's the boy. The reason I waited for this one is it's 4-wheel drive. The other ones are not. So I could have actually picked up a GTS 25, but it's FR and it has less horsepower. Also, hi chat, how you guys doing? There's probably like one of you there, but I'm saying hi to you anyway. How you doing? Right. What can we feasibly get? We are now in a Skyline. We are in a Skyline, not the Skyline, but a 4-wheel drive Skyline that is not going to crap the bed on corners. It's 4-wheel drive, so the power is going to all the wheels instead of just the back ones, which for some reason caused it to spin out. I don't know. It's either down to the car being too heavy and having too much power, and the suspension causing it to roll. I don't know what's fun, but we are here competing in the last equipment gun. Look at that Lancia just pulling away. We have the upper hand because we are 4-wheel drive. We have the same amount of power as we went in with originally with the Sylvia K, the 2000cc one. That one had a better gearbox with more acceleration on it and top speed. However, because these guys have all been dicks, we're taking their approach. And I don't want to hear any complaints about, oh, you're not using brakes. They didn't either. They did, but they didn't. There There we go. We took that corner like a champ. Now, we are an automatic gearbox, so that means the gears will not downshift correctly. When you hit a certain RPM, they're meant to go down. Or, they're meant to go down automatically, but they just don't half the time. And it's not a Gran Turismo problem, it is an automatic gearbox problem. So you can crash your car and it'll get stuck in third instead of downshifting. Yeah, no, we're lacking a lot on power. So it doesn't matter if we lose this because we now have a stable car. If we get enough to get a turbo, we'll be fine. That's probably just fucking absolutely easy. Remember kids, turbocharging your car solves all life's problems. You go faster and you get to hear this. What the? We're not doing that, we're not doing that. You punk ass little hole. An Audi surpassing you right now? Wait. There we go, making crashes into each other like you did to me earlier. See, look, we didn't downshift. We did it in a second for that. Fucking sex! Oh, you spastic. I'll take your money though. It is a much better vehicle for handling. There's a Nismo R32? This motherfucker. The Alpine GTA V6. Yeah, that Audi's got a lot of torque. And that's what won them the race, the torque. Yay. Yeah. There is not much else I can say except for telling you to like and subscribe. I don't know. God. But now we can turbo, but our gearbox is also shit. Ah, the gear 4 is so terrible. Whoever tuned it, whoever set that gearbox up at the factory, they were huffing the bad shit. 10k? Oh. Please, sir, can I have a turbo? Pain. That is just sheer pain. What can we do in terms of weight reduction? How cheap is that? 1, 2. Lightens the vehicle by removing unnecessary parts and replacing others with parts made of lightweight material. The numerous advantages of a lighter car include enhanced acceleration performance, improved cornering, braking, and better tire durability. See, yeah, That's what I was saying about the Sylvia. It is too heavy. And it has a lot of body roll. And it's also too heavy. It's like, what, 3,000 pounds. And we decided to put a turbo on it. We're going back here. Getting this is an easy 5k. We can corner like an absolute champion. So we need at least 15k to get the upgrades that I need. So 10.5 for a tunable gearbox. And 4k for that turbo. Look at that off the line power, no wheel spin or nothing. What the hell is this little midget car? Okay, not my best maneuver. I actually took the second corner far too wide. Not even that. It was just far too early. Yeah, this car is great, but it doesn't have the same amount of torque as the Sylvia. However, the Sylvia is far more unstable. Like I said, suspension too heavy and these tires. Tires make a lot of difference. Like, you get free performance by upgrading your tires. You get free +1s to your acceleration, cornering, grip, all that kind of stuff. Just by increasing, just by changing the tire compound your tires have. You whore. What is that? This is why I love driving four-wheel drive cars in this game specifically. They're just so much better overall. Look at this. Actually, we don't even need a turbo. This gearbox is butt cheeks. Yeah, see that? I had to tap on the brake to downshift. That's not something you should have to be doing. I don't know if that applies IRL, because I don't drive IRL. But it is a common problem with driving automatic and video games in general. Holy fuck, we're getting beat? What? That's not, I'm not a fan of that. Get this nonsense out of here. After all the bullshit you did to me, you made me crash! God damn it. I hate this. I don't like this game no more. We'll do high speeds, ranking the cars are less performant. We get 4K, easy 4K. Then we get turbo, and then we just send it. Maybe a cheap gearbox. No, it's like 2K for a gearbox. We'd have to do this one twice. This is just waiting for race. Whoa, 2 yellows? What is that? Is that a Celica? And something else. An Integra. There's no fucking way. Fourth again. Like I said before, I don't trust this game to handle manual correctly. Or in a way that I like. I can't even map the controls to be more thingy for my gears here. Like, I can map them, but I just can't map them to analog sticks. I'm not a fan of this now. Okay, I'm a fan of this now. You whore! Anyway, looks like we're selling the Sylvia. We got beat with the same car I'm trying to replace. Safe to say the Sylvia K's has a little bit more torque, but it's a much more unstable vehicle. We're selling the Sylvia, and then we put the turbo on this, and then we're just gonna win. Even though our gearbox is cross-state, we need the extra power, so we can start winning easier. Easier? Easier? Easier! What the hell is up with my vocabulary? Right, we're selling the Sylvia. I don't fucking care now. Ooh, nice. Yes, we're selling it. Fuck it with a rusty needle. So we'll grab this. Ow. Tune the shop. Keep it in mind, this is Project A-Spec. There has been no word about handling changes. Turbo! 237. Let me stick an ECU in this? Let's go. Yeah, we're winning easily now. Okay, let's put an ECU in. Computer, 1.6. Ooh. That leaves us with 143 credits exactly. What in tarnation? Like, our gearbox is absolute butt cheeks, but having this turbo plus an ECU means we're going to hit our RPMs a little faster. Hopefully a fair bit faster. So now we can do things like Red Rock Valley, earn 5k, stick in a cheap gearbox, and then bada bing, bada boom, hopefully. Right, let's go. We'll take a look at some of the more fancier vehicles later on, because there's a fair few. Look at that off-the-lane performance! Yeah, we're easily taking or overtaking. That's right, bitch! What are you driving in? What is that? I can't even tell. Why? Like, 80 mile an hour on gear 4. Why didn't you downshift, car? This is why automatic transmissions are dog shit, because you're getting stuck in gears when you shouldn't be. Oh. Why did we tilt? Yeah, look at that. They're not even able to keep up. See, my intuition was right. Suck it, you frickin' dirt-sucking losers. Ah, shit, I'm catching up. Huff my fumes, you weirdos. You will not be beating my performance. You will not be beating my handling. You're right there. How are you doing? That's what you thought, peasant. But in all seriousness, though, there are a bunch of modifications you can make. There we go. Yeah, that PT Spider is not a good. It's a little bit of a bitch, if I'm honest. Not the biggest fan of it. Oh my god, it's going to be 22 tomorrow. Stop bullying me here. I need to go to the gym. We are saving because we now have our car. This car is going to work for us until we can afford the Supra. Unfortunately, that means it's going to be a significant investment because we need flywheel, we need clutch, we need gearbox. That's almost 20k for a car we're not keeping for too much longer. So there is also that. I mean, we're gonna do the Rome short. Gain 5k. It is a nice thing. There's nothing customizable on this car just yet, just saying. We'll figure out what we need with 10k. Let's see what we can do to improve on what we have. And the reason I'm opting for the highest end gearbox right now is because one, the only other two configurations are close and super close. That means the car itself is going to be focused on acceleration. So we might not even hit 120 with super close. If I was still in the Sylvia, that would spun me out. But the acceleration on this car is absolutely dog war right now. So there is a fairly substantial chance that we can lose this. There we go, a win by brute force. That is what we put the turbo in, so we won by brute force. Fabulous cars for all always. A bit of a weird one if I'm honest. So we are just short of getting the full transmission. So the plan is to see what else we need. Because there is nothing else for us to sell. Because I mean, we could brute force more performance out of the car. But what's that going to get us? Our gear ratios are still going to be the same. It's not magically going to make our gear shifts any faster or any worse. So we're going Red Rock Valley. We can do this twice. We'll do it twice. We'll have a little over 20k. So when we buy the gearbox, it gives us 9,000 something to spend on the car as we see fit. I'm in high performance mode. I hate the fact that I have to downshift by braking. Oh, it's so annoying. It's not automatic if you have to do it like that. There we go. So now we have more than enough cash to get ourselves a gearbox. Alpha GTV? Audi S3, Audi TT, Nissan Silvia Spec R Aero, and an Alpine A396. Yeah. So now we can get that gearbox that we need, because the one that comes in this car is absolutely dog shit. That is not good. Everything's just so slow on it, even though it's not. I don't know at this point. The car's gearbox is dog water. It is far too slow by default. Also, how's chat doing tonight? Well, depending on where you are, maybe afternoon for you, but it's evening here. So, drivetrain. A gearbox. 10-5. So what's gonna be the next thing that we buy? Are we buying a flywheel? What is this? A lightweight flywheel made with chrome moly. What the hell? Molybdenum. Molybdenum steel lets the engine rev more quickly, improves acceleration slightly, but with narrow power band engines, revs may drop below the power band threshold. The power band unless a close ratio transmission is also used. If that is 1,000. 1,000 credits. The car itself is also now a little bit lighter. Triple plate clutch. Featuring 3 clutch plates, this clutch kit boosts torque transmission and enhances the directness of the power. Ideal for highly tuned cars. Wow. You know what though? What's the drive shaft gonna cost us? 3. You know what? We're doing weight reduction. So we're tossing out a little bit of weight. Now, it's time to race this bloody thing. Actually, we still have a little bit of bank left. Tune shop. Let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can get. Tuning parts. We might be able to get a muffler. We can. Okay. So we get the sports muffler, we go back to race. The last thing we're gonna get is brakes. So what we're gonna do, we go out there's race, we tune our engine, and we hope for the best. Last time we took on this race, we came in 6th. The only reason I rage quit beforehand was because my Sylvia K, which was doing quite well, was spinning out on that first major corner. This is my kind of gear racer setup. There we go. So we're now doing the Rome full course. So that should help or rather the gearbox changes should help a fair amount. Oh god, my hair's getting everywhere. This fucker just pulling away. All these gear ratios are fine. It's just final drive that's just not performing well. Oh yeah, no, we did actually bodge up the brake. The brakes, the gearbox. I know what went wrong. The car's sitting far too long on gear 4, which makes me worried for gear 5. So what I'm gonna do. Bring it up like that. So this should help because the left side is for top speed, the right side is for acceleration. So we should have the amount of torque necessary to power through gears 4 through 4 and 5. The final drive's the problem. This is why you tune your car. There's no getting it right first time unless you're like an absolute master. Go back in. We have to put the final drive up a little bit. And have that gear towards acceleration as well. And that should help push the car along more than anything else. So yeah. Na 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 na. Oh yeah, no, we're doing a lot better now. That Clio just got a bunch of power from nowhere. Oh, gear 4 still not treated correctly. The gear 4 and 5 need work, so it's gear 3. We can do it, yes! Oh, we're down for 7k. Oh, the 840 CI, Skyline, this one 32, Brown Clio Sport, so V6. God, fucking crazy that lot is. It really is. Oh, I'm not surprised. That is genuinely a tough race. But it also goes to show just where my car is lacking. So things like gear 4 need to be improved on, gear 5 needs to be improved on, and so does my I would have said final gear, but I can put that back down just a little bit. And then just have it be that way. Now I could spend all night on this, and I might just if I have no other plans. So I don't fluffy know. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna find another race. So we have a 4-wheel drive car. Where's the performance with it? 345. We are not capable of that. What we're gonna try is that's kind of nothing. So on this page, there are cars. We can earn cars from doing races, in a sense. And I also think the FR challenge, these challenges here allow for that too. So I have 7k to spend on my vehicle. What am I going to get? Well, hopefully something that increases torque a little bit more. Because we could definitely use that. We could absolutely use that. What are we getting? Can we get a port and polish? Polishes the interior of the intake ports, reducing airflow resistance. Boosts engine power by what may seem a low degree, but is essential for normally aspirated and supercharged engines alike. But I'm actually going for an intercooler. Intercooler! 3k. Right to your back pocket. I thought I pressed the button. I didn't press the button. We have 4k left to spend. We need to spend it wisely. Now we could get a drive shaft. Drive shaft. Do we have enough for a better clutch? Question mark. We do. Heavy duty single plate clutch. clutch. It'll do the job. So now we need to find a race that we can do. We have 43 credits left. We'll do the Sunday Cup, Red Rock Valley. What we'll do is we'll fiddle with gears 4 and 5 and then try and get them up to snuff. And see if they can hit that higher RPM range. We'll just do that. But we are fine now. We have a better clutch in place. We have full-on racing flywheel, prop shaft, intercooler. This car handles fine. It doesn't need the brakes, doesn't need the suspension. Oh yeah, that's gonna be the difference. Yeah, look at that. Gear 4 is immediately better. So we are in the middle of crushing this event. Gear 4 started at a higher RPM. They can try, but we have more power overall for their gears. And we have great handling. Yeah, look at that. That is incredible. What we're going to do before we end stream is we're going to also take a look at some of the other cars that are in here. Like the other brands, and see what we know from them. Yeah, no, we're more consistent. We are so much more consistent now. That is unreal. Yeah, there we go. We're doing so much better. Yeah, this car is an absolute gem among gems. There's no getting around it. If you are able to get this in the in-game store to begin with, go with that over the Silver. You will be lacking in overall torque, but you will have a substantial advantage over the other racers. Yeah, that's a lovely 5K. Alright, let's see what else we can get up to here. Because I think the next weight reduction is 5 and a bit K. I could very well be wrong on that part, so I genuinely don't know. Tuning parts. Let's go others. 0.55. Oh, it's kind of close. So weight reduction increases the mobility of the car overall. Yeah, let's just send it with that muffler. Do 4A. Yeah, look at that. Now we're automatically better. So yeah, we'll find a race that we can do. We'll fit it with gears, and yeah. So we're at 270 something. I mean, we're obviously not too far off from this, so we can do that, gain the money, and sell the car that we get from it. I believe this one gives you a car anyway. This is the Seattle short course, so you go around the bottom corner, and then you go straight up the hill. You don't turn left. And straight up the hill, and then you turn right. There we go. There we go, that's what we're after. Minute 9, 6 seconds. There we are. But no, overall, this mod itself is incredibly fun. And we did get a new car, that's extra money. You do that race a few times and you can get yourself a Super. But we're at the starting point of being able to earn vehicles. So I was actually wrong. You can still earn vehicles from page 1. It just can't be the Sunday Cup or the Clubman Cup. So those ones are ruled out. So now it's just a case of winning random races until you get a Supra. And then the Supra takes over. See, 345 brake. This car would have been so busted good for that race if we actually went that route and did 345. And then there's the 690 horsepower one. Oh god. Right. Let's see what we won. I mean, I will be selling that, so I now got 10k to use. So we're fine. Let's see. I want to check out. I haven't checked out much of this in general, in terms of additional manufacturers. So, like, we went to North City earlier, and we came across Quaif, Macross, Caterham, Opel. And that was really it, because guys like Volkswagen, Lister, TVR, Jaguar, Lotus, Mini MG, Ruff, Vauxhall, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Aston Martin were all in here originally. At least in our release of the game. I know in some places you can get like a Honda and Acura. I mean, this is the American ISO. So you'd have American brands in there like Acura. But there are two here that didn't exist before. Vision and Panos. Panos is an interesting one. So, founded as Panos Auto Development in 1989 by Dan Panos. Panos is unique among American car makes. Panos' focus is being competitive both on the road and out on the track. So, the only reason I know Panos is for the fastest car in Midtown Madness 2, which is sad to say. Is it just black or is it just clippy? Oh no, the part of the wheel arch is just black. But you can tell that's a scratch-made model. It just looks a little rough around the edges when it comes to that black patch. Then we've got the AIV Roadster. So Panos is like a Roadster in Midtown Madness 2, but it also has a whole ass race car. What is Vision? Oh, formed in Mar Vista, California, Vision has made their mission to make the muscle car of the 21st century. They're hoping that their K2 will one day be a comparable rival to Ferrari and Lamborghini. What else? Wait, what? They have more? Oh, LM. I mean, there's no date for them, but it is interesting to say the least. Alright, what's in West City? Come on, West City, boys, the place where Cell attacked. Ferrari's a new one, so is Alpine. So, we had Citroen, Renault, Alfa Romeo, Venturi, Fiat, and Peugeot, in the original game. So I recognize this. Francis answer Ferrari. I want to look at the Ferrari models. Oh, they've got a Umbrella. That thing looks sick. But what? I'll get to my thoughts and feelings on this at the end of the stream. We're not quite there yet. An F40? The GM Center F355. What's next? That looks like something right out of fucking Ridge Racer. What's the color scheme right out of Ridge Racer Type 4? That's just how I see it. What else? What else is new here? Alpine. Alpine. Interesting. I don't remember Alpine being in Gran Turismo. What the hell? I don't fucking know. I couldn't tell you. So there's over 50, there's about 50 new cars. And I think some vendors actually have some new cars as well. So Avenger, Challenger, Neon, Stratus, Charger, Intrepid, a Viper GTS. So these all seem to be the same. I wish we could buy the... Oh, they renamed it! That was interesting. Wait, I never saw the concept car listed before. That is interesting. It's funny you call it the Copperhead. It really is. Because I think in the Japanese version of the game, plus the EU version, it's just the concept car. Yeah, I don't think they corrected any kind of spelling things. Because if you go back to South City and go to Plymouth, that was a muscle car. And it definitely wasn't called that. Yeah. Oh! I see something new. Yeah, this is definitely not called the muscle car. But this was yeah, no. I don't know what the hell this RL name is for that car. But the Fury's a new one, and so is the Prowler. Ah! That is sexy! That is genuinely sexy. I know someone that would like to see that. That looks so good. It is a bit of a boat though, being worth £3,000 in weight. But we can't paint it. So it's like a buckskin beige. What is the Prowler? Never mind, just forget I asked. I know the Plymouth lineup, so it would be the Cuda, the GTX, the muscle car, and the Superbird. The Fury and the Prowler were not there. What's it a special though? The Prowler, oh no, that is ugly! Not the model, but the overall car itself. Oh. That's disgusting! Oh, now I'm curious. What's in Ford? Can we buy the Model T? Cougar, Focus, Mercury Cougar, Focus, Mondeo, the Ford Ka, and 98 Mustang, which is interesting because I thought it was from 99 that was in this. Oh, this is interesting. I saw one of these earlier. Mercury Cougar. Oh, that's the SVT Cobra I was thinking about. Oh wait, no, wait. There's two types of Mustang in here. There was only one at one point. Then there's a Ford F-150. Ah, this is... Yeah, there's so much extra here. From big name brands. Shelby. Carl Shelby? Yeah, I remember this. This is in the game. Although, if I remember correctly, it was just... Yeah, it was the Cobra Coupe. In Series 1. So what's funny here is that car that Carl Shelby's next to is not in the game. Even with mods. You got the Mustang GT500 and GT650. Or 350. It looks so good. I don't remember these being in here. Let me check. Na 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 na. Order by manufacturer, European release. So Alfa Romeo's in here. What Shelby? Let's go. Daihatsu's here. Let's go down to Shelby. Shelby. So there are exclusive cars here. So what? U is for UK? Oh, wait, what? Oh, so there's unused. Okay, right. So now I'm learning. I'm learning a whole ass here. So I'm looking at a stock car list for this game. And it's going to show, so if we go down to, oh, there's a Shelby. So in the P, what is the P version? The car appears is just a prize. So P is for prize. So the Cobra 427 is a prize. AP is needs to be unlocked in arcade mode. So used dealership. The car's unused. So there's unused cars here. So the unused cars exclusive to RM and JP. What the fuck is RM? Car can racing modified. So for the prize car is the Cobra 427. Arcade mode has the Cobra Coupe. And then unused cars are like the GT350, the GT500. So they've added in the cars that were previously unused and as prize cars. What about Plymouth? Not even that. Whatever. But no, my final thoughts and feelings on this. The modders behind this have done such a fantastic job. So we're gonna save up here. We're gonna have a little chat. There's a lot of work went into this, and it shows. Because when you get right down to it, they've added in the unused vehicles. Unused vehicles, you cannot obtain them. You really can't. Let's set in simulation mode. Yeah, if this is to go by, U is for unused. USD is car dealership. So yeah. There's a whole bunch of stuff that has been restored to the game. There's a lot of content that has been put back in. This entire layer is fantastic. I don't know where this layer is from because it looks stock. Not only that, going by the icon and the font in general, if that is a custom that they themselves have made, then it's fantastic. But they have restored content. That is always a pleasure to see. Not only that, but having new additions. There's 50 new cars. And they've restored all of the content for the cars. Which I love to hell and back. This is the definitive Gran Turismo 2 experience. This is as close to the original intention of Gran Turismo 2 as you're actually going to get. And it's great. It really is. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to stream this some more. I'm gonna play this in my personal time, but I'm also going to stream it either next week or the week after. At this point, I am very much unsure. However, I'm calling this now. This is the definitive Gran Turismo 2 experience. Now, yes, there are a couple of problems. Actually, the only problem being that one bug in arcade mode that I know of. You highlight the Peugeot 206 and the game just locks up. It's like, yeah. But no, that is all I have for you tonight. Tomorrow, we are doing Sucker for Love. First date. We're going to finish the end. We're going to finish chapter 2 tomorrow. So depending on how quick we get through it, we might just be a quick stream, or maybe a long one. I don't know yet. But regardless of what happens, chapter 3 is just around the corner, and I need to figure something out for it. So I don't freaking know. I am very much excited to play it again, because it is genuinely a fun game. Although, I have been looking into trying to get cooking companions. Because that's a hell of a game. What I might do, because I will be traveling again in a few months. What I can do is try to set up something. Try and do a video a week for October, and then for the next few days and until Halloween. When is Halloween this year? So Halloween is the 31st, so Monday to... Oh wow, it's actually a weekday. Like, from the Monday to the... It takes place on a Friday, so... There is that. So, yeah. Monday the 1st, I should put out a video. Then 8th, 50th, 22nd. Something along those lines. Because I will be away for a little bit in October. Because I'm going to try and go down and see the Badlands again around the 10th. Maybe the 9th, and then come back on like the 14th. So I could just do an entire thing of just horror games for all of that. I don't know yet, we'll figure it out. There's months away. But no. Visual novel style games are always going to be interesting, regardless of how you frame it. But that's all I have time for right now. So if you've enjoyed yourself, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. This has been GTAraj. I will see you tomorrow for Cooking Companions. Not Cooking Companions, I don't own that game yet. I will see you tomorrow for Soccer for Love First Date. So, you stay safe, take care, and bye.